I'm on the ball. On the ball. On to today's episode of On the Ball with Rob and Phil.
That's not our show. That's your third show.
On the ball.
On the ball.
We talked about, what was the other one? It was going to be like shower jack off or something?
Oh, yeah.
Jacking off in the shower?
Jerk in the shower.
Jerk in the shower.
Where you just have a conversation with yourself.
And I think I said before, because I feel the exact same way, I'm sure I jerked off in the shower when I was younger. But now, as an adult that has to pay for the water, I can never jerk off in the shower because now that I'm old, everything takes fucking 8 years to happen. And I'd be worried about how much water I'm fucking wasting, and the hot water is going to start disappearing. So I could never jerk off in the shower now.
I always forget that you have to pay for your water.
Yeah, it must be fucking nice.
Oh yeah, in my fucking horrible apartment.
It's not horrible.
It's pretty horrible.
It is pretty horrible.
Thin walls, not as much space as here. Anyway,
you should send your wife over here, and you and your son could live over there.
While I'm not in my apartment, I like to go to movies with Rob. It was a weird segue.
Where we give each other hand jobs.
No, we go see The Woman King.
And give each other hand jobs during The Woman King.
Well, there's a lot of beautiful women in there.
You know what? There was, but not in the traditional sense. Like the traditional, like Western, white Anglo-Saxon model sense. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
But all right, I'll let you go first because I babbled the most before.
I told my wife that this should be an origin story for Wakanda.
Right?
Like Marvel should have picked it up instead of Sony and made it like far-flung past type thing for Wakanda. I think
Wakanda
it would
warriors,
it would fit him perfectly because they've got the female warriors and it has changed. But anyway, I don't know. Is this based on a true story?
No, but it is based around a time of reality.
So there are points in it that like it could be true.
Yeah, like the slave trade, of course, was real coming to Africa. And,
it says 1800s.
Yeah. And the British going over to Africa and getting slaves to bring back to Australia
So
America. And but the slavery was a real part of fucking history.
It was a normal part of history. Like
didn't
like unless you were the slave.
There were
people just didn't bat an eye.
There were some parts of the movie that, especially when it came to slavery, that they were, and I understand they didn't want to go as severe as like 12 Years a Slave did, but they were a bit more PG, and I understand it was a PG movie, but I would have preferred, I feel like it would have given the women a lot more ammunition, the audience a lot more ammunition to hate the slave traders if they had been really severe to the slaves. But we've already seen that in 12 Years a Slave, so we didn't need it in this movie.
Yeah, this movie was more about a young woman becoming a warrior while finding out other things, and then another character becoming more than a warrior.
Yep.
In two ways. Becoming
a woman king.
I don't know how much we want to spoil and when we want to spoil, but
I think we could do a non-spoiler review of it. I think it's okay to say that a certain character becomes the woman king, seeing as how the fucking movie is called The Woman King.
But
I feel like I'm talking to my water bottle.
Yeah, that's not the microphone.
Also, this water bottle, as you can see, is humongous.
And they're going to see through it. It's green.
Oh, shit, dude. That looked freaky. Can you see the water in there floating in midair?
You're holding nothing,
I'm like
Rob.
Doctor Strange.
You're holding absolutely nothing. I can't even see your hand.
Will you be able to see my hand through it?
Probably not.
Dude, that would be freaky.
All you're going to see is the wrist. You're going to be crippled.
I didn't even think of that because it's fucking green. But this is a lot of water to drink.
What water? Sorry, I'm going to keep that going.
It's outer space. It's ghosts.
You can't just do this and there's nothing green about your hand.
There's outer space ghosts.
We're talking about this and you're not even doing anything with it.
Here. I'm holding it in my hand.
Great.
Oh, no.
I'm not editing that.
We are talking about the Woman King. And so how did you...
So it's not even about the end result of her becoming the Woman King.
No, it's more...
It doesn't even matter.
Nope.
Like, it's about her getting there. And it's not even fully about that. There's like multiple stories here.
How did you feel? How did you feel about The Woman King, the film?
I loved it. I thought if I think anyone should go watch it. I think the fact that I'm saying Marvel should have picked this up and made it origin story is because it's so good that it would fit in perfectly.
I can't say I loved it. I enjoyed it a lot. And the main reason I enjoyed it a lot was it was very refreshing because it's not a Marvel movie. It's not a fucking superhero movie.
It's not about boobs.
Oh, it's got some good boobs.
But it's not about that.
No.
They're all,
It's
like freaking taped up.
But it's also, it's not like I hate, not hate, but I'm sick of movies where, especially if you're going to have a female protagonist, your female protagonist always has to overcome something. Your female protagonist always has to grow from kind of nothing into something. Like every movie
that happened here.
But she didn't grow from nothing. She was significantly.
No, but another character did.
Right. But I'm talking about like the Viola Davis's character.
But I would argue with you that it's not just, it's obviously not just about her, but I mean, like, she's not the main character. I think there's dual main characters.
There is, but I mean, in a movie, I'd say it apes off pretty bad, which is funny because John Boyega's in it, but Star Wars. So when you think of it, that one girl that gets thrown away by her father because she's too much of a troublemaker, that's Luke Skywalker. Viola Davis is Obi-Wan Kenobi. The other girl, Ashira, or I can't remember her name, is the other very, very tall black girl who is Zugi. I'm sorry. Yeah. She's Han Solo. So you can see all the Star Wars archetypes. It's a very basic story, but
yeah,
I love that it was not. It was fresh, and it felt like such a fresh and original movie to watch. Even though we've often seen the story 100 times before.
It's because companies are scared to make it all black people.
Yeah, and
are all multicultural
or very, very. I think there's like, I want to say 3 maybe white people in the entire movie. Very black focused, but not a story like, you see like movies like Boys in the Hood is one of the best examples that comes to mind. A lot of people think that a movie like Boys in the Hood, because it's about a black community and about black youth, that only black youth is going to enjoy it. And I feel like that's a lot of the feeling that people have like with Black Panther. They feel like only black people will enjoy it, which is fucking asinine because black people enjoy white movies, white people enjoy black movies. That's why we have cinema from all over the world. But it's not the point. The point
that's why now we're getting more Indian films,
which to me is fucking fantastic. Like, I'm not a big fan of Bollywood music. Indian women are possibly the most gorgeous women on the face of the planet, so I'm okay with that. But I love the idea, and that's where this movie really feels to me like just a breath of fresh air, because the scenes of the women fighting and training, the landscapes that they're at, the dancing, the singing, like, it's so not in my wheelhouse, and I don't watch anything like that regularly. I was like, God, this is so much fun to watch because it's a celebration of the culture of this tribe and these people, and it was great. It was so much, and you can watch it
somewhat how it was like.
Yep, but what's great too is it's not one of these movies that you feel like the culture is being forced upon you. You know what I mean? Like, hey, watch this and enjoy it. Like, I have a bad feeling that Wakanda Forever is going to have a bit of this in it, where they're like, watch this and fucking enjoy it because we don't get it in any of the other Marvel movies. So shut up and enjoy it.
Sony took our good one.
Right? But
it's funny how we get a Sony movie that's like really good like this, whereas they're like the ones they really try hard is so bad.
But it was just, I really, really enjoyed it. I can't say I loved it. I got a feeling I won't revisit it again for a long time.
Yeah.
But I really, really enjoyed it. I was very impressed by John Boyega. He's normally not a very impressive actor.
It was good that he wasn't forced upon you like over and over again. It was just like, here's John Boyega, and then we'll come back to him later.
Yep. He's a fine character. He plays his role fine. Yeah. But it was, the one thing that we've seen him the most in recently is Star Wars, and it's nice to see him not running around going, Ray, Ray, like a fucking lost puppy. Viola Davis fucking kills it in this movie. She is so goddamn good. I
think, what's her name? Lashana Lynch was better.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree, but I wouldn't say
And
she's better.
Thuso.
She was wonderful, but I thought Viola Davis was just spectacular.
I think. She
really
was great.
enjoyed it.
But like, I think it comes with that factor. It's like expected.
Yeah, because she's the capacity she is. Yeah. Okay.
And then the others you don't know of, and it's like, whoa, wow.
Yep.
They did really well.
Yeah, I'm not going to feel bad not remembering their names. Naniska was Viola Davis' character, but yeah, Izugi was this Lashana Lynch's character. She was spectacular.
I would hazard to say Nawi Thuso. I don't know her last name. I mean, I'm gonna,
Midu, yeah. I don't want to butcher the last name.
But let's say Nawi is the main character.
Yeah. Or, yeah, she's the principal. Yeah, the main protagonist. She's the one whose journey we go on.
And I loved it.
Yep.
She did so well. I really thought her friend was going to be the main character.
Oh, yeah.
Because her friend seemed like she would be the perfect fit for this group.
Yep.
And then just by happenstance, because she doesn't want to get married at the beginning.
Yep. Or she doesn't. Not so much she doesn't want to get married, but she doesn't want to be owned by a man, which effectively means getting married, I guess, in this time.
So her father's like, and this is normal. I'm pissed off that you're not marriable, so you're gonna be donated to the kingdom.
But what was cool was the reason she's donated to the kingdom is not to be a wife of the king, but because the effective army of this kingdom is a group of female warriors. They don't marry. They're like the fucking Night's Watch of Game of Thrones. They don't marry. They don't have children.
Yeah.
They're just warriors, and they're bred to be warriors.
Her father wasn't bringing her to the gates to join that group.
Yeah, good point.
He was just like,
get rid of her.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with her anymore. Like, we'll have another kid.
Yep. But it's very true. But the only part of the movie I'd say where I started like, okay, speed this part up, was when Nawi goes and meets her boyfriend, not Sento. Who was the other dude? Her boyfriend. I believe his name was Hero. Malik. I'm sorry, Malik.
Okay.
I'm confusing him with the guy from Heroes. Malik. When she and Malik are in the hotel and she's, I don't know what's going on. It's not a sexual thing, but he wants to take her back to England with him, and I was like, dude, fuck this part. This is stupid. Like, we all know she's not going to go back. Just
it was like
get past
the
this.
corny storyline where they just had to fit it in.
Yeah, some
because
love
you
storyline.
have to have that, and it's like, why do you have to have that?
Yep. Also, I really did like, so all the women look gorgeous, of course, in the movie. That could be part and parcel to things I enjoy watching.
Slavery.
Slavery, yes, that's what I enjoy watching.
You got on YouPorn.
But no,
Girls.
the women look gorgeous, but the women are not very sexualized, which I really like. Not that I don't like women being sexualized, but I like that like they weren't, like, you look at Black Widow. Black Widow's tight fucking leather, big tits, big hips.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It's like this wasn't boobs everywhere.
Yeah.
Unless you went to the King's 7 to
Yeah,
10
then their tits were hanging out, which is
women.
funny. But no, the one thing I thought was great was, so the women are all gorgeous. You don't see any nude women, but man alive,
Kind of surprised about that.
you do see Malik, like sitting there covering his dick with just his hands. That dude is fucking ripped. And I feel like this is one of those movies that kind of turns it on its head. It's like, look, you're used to seeing women constantly naked in these movies. Sort of, here's a fucking guy, and we're throwing this hot, buff fucking guy in your face all the time. How do you feel about that? All the women are dressed, arguably, a little scantily, like Barbarella.
You know what else did that? Halo, the TV show.
Hey, good point, eh?
Because everyone was expecting, oh yeah, you're gonna have naked women. No, we're gonna show the guy's butt the whole
Lots
time.
of butts.
Yeah.
Lots of dudes' butts. But dude, this guy Malik, he fucking deserved it. He's a fucking well-built guy. But I really enjoyed it. I feel like the
I like the payoff. I'm not gonna say what it is, but the payoff between Nawi and
Malik?
Naniska.
Naniska, yeah.
I
Yeah,
won't
I
say
like
what
that.
it is, but I love that payoff. That like it seems like it's like, but it's like it actually is a big payoff, and I like how they did it.
and it's not super original, but it was just well done. It was a very well done movie and a real celebration of this culture, and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I can't say I loved it because for movies that I love, I'm like, oh my god, I want to see this again right now. But I really enjoyed it.
So the director was Gina Prince
Bythewood.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just wondering, directing films like Love and Basketball, Secret Life of Bees, Disappearing Acts, The Woman King. We have
The Secret Life of Bees.
Old Guard.
The Secret Life of Bees is not that movie. Oh, I'm thinking of Bee Movie.
No.
Fucking Jerry Seinfeld.
But I guess The Old Guard is what got that one.
Don't know.
Oh, that's the Netflix one. Okay.
Ooh, exciting.
I did like that, but it's not.
Yeah, I can't say I've watched at least knowingly watched a lot of her other movies, but I definitely would now because I feel she's a very talented director. Very well done film. Why? Charlize Theron in it. I love Charlize Theron.
So many people disliked it, but I like it.
We'll see. You like shit movies, though, and you believe in ghosts.
I'm surprised we didn't cover The Old Guard.
And you believe in ghosts.
What else can we say about The Woman King?
It's good. It's well acted. All the women are gorgeous.
Oh, I want it.
All the men are gorgeous, honestly. Except the slave traders. They're not gorgeous.
If you had to give this movie a rating out of 10.
I'd probably give it an 8. I enjoyed it that much.
That's a good rating. I like 8. 8.5. I had the rating here somewhere.
Speaking of things that I'm usually rating at 8.5, if you know what I'm saying.
No, don't know.
If I measure from my asshole, it's 8.5.
That's by time. There we go. IMDb has it at 6.7 out of 10.
That's bullshit.
Rotten Tomatoes has 95%.
Yeah, but it deserves.
Yep. Metacritic 76.
I feel like Rotten Tomatoes is going to have the majority of the high scores are going to be from critics because I hate that a lot of critics will give this high marks. Oh wow, look at that audience 99. But
should be, yeah.
I feel like a lot of critics will give this high ratings
because they feel they have to.
Yeah, because you feel like, oh man, it's a movie
I
that's
do
all
really
black.
like it,
I should
but
watch it.
I'll give it bonus points because it's a
Yeah,
black movie. Because it's hard to say that, but you know.
And I'm never gonna do that. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Just because a movie has it's primarily black and made by a black filmmaker and black writers and all that. If it's a shit movie, it's a shit movie.
If it's a great movie.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie. You know what I mean? But yeah, this was just a great. I'd say that the one thing about this movie that I was just the most impressed by was the performances. They were a lot better. I wasn't expecting to watch junk, but I wasn't expecting to be as swept away as I was by the actors.
This movie is worth seeing while it's still in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Which shouldn't
Absolutely.
be that long.
It is on a big screen. It's a gorgeous movie to see up on the big screen. The African Savannah and stuff like that just looks great.
Yeah, it'll be great to see in 4K. So if you want to rent it or buy it at home.
Also, Viola Davis, one thing I did like a lot is, and this is a disgusting pervert thing of mine, is you can tell Viola Davis is a very large-chested woman. And they are trying everything they can do to crush those things down. So it's quite funny.
They're like inside of her.
Yeah. There's a scene where
she's got to be in pain.
They're in the water in this room where they bath.
Yeah.
And Nawi comes in, and
I thought
she
was gonna stand up and be like, "These are my tits. Who cares?"
Nawi is chatting to her, and Nawi is a younger girl, so she's not massively developed. But then poor Viola Davis is talking, and you can see her tits trying to submerge, or not submerge. I'm sorry, trying to come above the water. But they must have had fucking suction cups on them, pulling them down. That poor woman must have been in misery during a lot of those scenes where they were trying to keep her tits under wraps.
So I'd love to see you interview her. I'm a reporter.
For Boob Times.
I just want to see you. Like all your questions have to do with her boobs.
So how many times have you been? So double D. That's so you think the Woman King would be a double D? And she'd be like, "Are you staring at my breasts?"
No.
What? Who is? Where are we? Who are you?
What did they wrap your chest with?
Well, I can show you if you like. Oh my god.
When you were in the water, were you trying to stay down in the water, or were you floating too much?
Very clearly.
We are
in
horrible
great
people.
detail. Hey, Viola Davis is a good-looking woman. I mean, like, she's not traditionally sexual, but everybody in this movie, the women were just, there was an energy to them that was just great. I just really enjoyed, and not like sexual pervert enjoy,
No.
but just this
movie wasn't about that.
Yeah, they had a real energy that, like, goddamn, these women would absolutely fucking kick ass, you know. And I enjoyed it. It was that's another thing I remember that I wanted to mention. There was girl power in this movie, but not
forced.
But not the forced Marvel girl power where you get to see this fucking, you know, panning shot of all the girls looking at each other like, you ready, girls? Let's go, girls. Fuck that shit.
We can do it too.
We can do it, girls. We're just as good as the boys. In this movie, they're like, you want to put up a man up against me? I'll fucking take him down. And there's no, I'm a woman, I've got to prove it. She just says, like,
well, there is.
I don't
But it's
think
not,
so.
I'm a woman, I gotta prove it. No,
yeah, it's like, I'm a
person,
warrior.
Yeah,
I'm a fucking warrior.
I gotta prove
and
it.
warrior to warrior, I will take you down. And it's the guys who are like, they have their women fight their battles for them. She's like, come and fucking see how it's like to stand up against a woman.
Well, you get to see it right away in the intro of the movie.
Yep.
Like, it's just like, boom.
And
then you're like captivated.
And there's no, like, we got it, girls. We're girls. They're all just like, look, you got to fucking work. You got to put the goddamn time in. We're warriors for a fucking reason. And it's just, I really like it. Was, like I said, it's so goddamn refreshing to watch. I really enjoyed it.
So go see it.
You know what I don't really enjoy? Drinking this much goddamn water in my see-through water bottle.
I'm sure the audience hates hearing
Every time.
the top smack against the bottle every 5 minutes. Or maybe it's the straw. Yeah.
That's what I do with Karen. I shake it in her face. I go, suck it.
That's horrible.
Suck it.
We will be back in a month. Who knows?
I'll be fatter. Phil will be skinnier.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a great fucking anecdote.
Next week, who knows?
Yeah.
There's a next week. I'm sorry, I'm not going with you to the Rock movie.
Rock movie? Oh, Black Adam?
Black Adam, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
I
gotta
got
see that.
tickets for my family.
I have zero interest in fucking Black Adam.
It has bad reviews already.
I know. I saw
I'm
one
so
review.
disappointed. I wanted it to be really
I
good.
saw one review that said DC needed to give us the ultimate hero, and we got Black Adam.
I'm like, I'm hoping it's like this, like Woman King, like that feel.
Nope.
Like we just came off of this amazing black centric like history, beautiful movie, and
But
then
did you
go
think-
see Black Adam, and you're like, I'm sure I'm gonna be like, oh
But were you thinking that it's going to be just as good because it has black in the title?
no,
Probably you were a
No.
racist.
no, I was just.
Where's all the Nazis? That's going to be
The
you while you're
Rock-
watching Black
The Rock
Adam.
The Rock can be a good actor when he's not like the
He can be-
iconic comedy role or whatever, you know.
I wouldn't call him necessarily a good actor, but he is full of charisma.
Yeah.
And when something like The Rundown comes up, where it's just got to be an actor that has a shit ton of charisma, is perfect.
I would go to the extent that he's a great actor, but he just has to do those like
Like what was it called, the Skyscraper or something? That one where he-
not even like even the big popular movies like Jumanji and stuff. And it was like, but you get stuck in that comedy role, and you're like, okay, well, I want to do something serious.
But do you think he's doing the comedy role?
But now you're
because-
doing a comic book movie, and it's just another.
But he was a character as a wrestler for so long that now he wants to do something like
more character.
yeah, but maybe a different character than The Rock. Anyway, the point is,
No, he's the Rock. And
The Woman King stars in Black Adam, and it's not getting a lot of good reviews.
The Woman King doesn't star in Black Adam at all.
I bet The Woman King can
Viola
beat
Davis is there.
Black Adam.
That would be so awesome.
Woman King
The
goes up
Woman
against
King
Black
versus
Adam,
Black Adam. But what?
and they do
what's-
that fucking that.
What's
that
actually
yell that
going to
she
happen
does.
is Black Adam is out. It's going to do well because movies are doing well in general.
Everybody's going back theater again.
And people
yeah.
want to see The Rock. That's why my son wants to see it. It's The Rock.
I want to see him naked.
It's going to do well, and then they're going to. The plan is to go Black Adam versus Shazam.
I thought it's Black Adam versus Superman.
That's later.
Oh.
Black Adam versus Shazam first, and then they're going to do something where Black Adam is against.
I'm hoping
How about a good Injustice movie?
that there is at least one good porn parody of Black Adam.
What are they doing with the Flash? That's the
I could
question.
give a
Oh
fuck.
my God.
Ezra Miller, that guy, hopefully has been wiped off the face of the
He's
earth.
not. He's back.
Are they hoping that all the bad press that Black Adam gets, they'll be able to slip in the Flash under the radar? Fuck. That is a movie.
You know that movie's going to come out after like Shazam or something.
Yeah.
And they're going to hope people forgot.
I have zero interest in Black Adam. I haven't even seen the first Shazam. I won't watch The Flash just because Ezra Miller is a despicable human being.
First Shazam turns into like Power Rangers real fast.
I have no. The only reason I watched that original Power Rangers movie was Elizabeth Banks is in it as Rita Repulsa. Elizabeth Banks, god damn. But
I prefer the original Power Rangers TV show to the stupid fucking movie with the melting Goldar.
I'm sorry, Rita Repulsa was remember that movie where she goes to fucking Krispy Kreme? There's a scene of her standing there.
Donuts again. It's blood work.
It's poopblood.com. All right. Please rate and review us on Spotify. Follow us on Grindr. And subscribe to us on our YouTube channel.
Very, very, yeah. Subscribe.
Like and pound the like. What do you say? Smash the like button.
Doesn't
Smash
matter.
the fucking like button.
We just want more subscriptions.
Smash the subscribe button.
Just subscribe to us.
I wouldn't. Also,
click on the bell.
Is that still a thing?
So people who actually use their subscription page on YouTube.
I use my subscription page.
So,
I don't follow us though.
But the little notification will come up if you ding the bell on certain content, and it'll be like, oh yeah, the Kind of Funny just released this show.
Who's Kind of Funny?
That's one of my favorite groups on the internet.
I don't think it's very funny. Anyway, the point is, Black Adam is going to be a great porn parody, and Phil's going to watch it, and that's all we've got to say. Thank you for watching, and we're sorry you've been watching Complain.
Adam's Black Cock.
Black Hawk. Down.
I mean, Black Hawk. Oh, what's the other one? The drink.
Oh, Black Hawk.
Big Hawk.
Big Hawk. Fuck.